Okay, this next set is called Lien Jeung. It's often not one of the main sets, but kind of a peripheral set in Kulo Wing Chun. And Lien Jeung means linked fast palms. And the Lien Wan is the same Lien Wan as in Lien Wan Choi, which is the name for the chain punches. So that Lien Wan can mean linked, it can mean chained, it just means something that's done repeatedly, Lien Wan. So Fai Jeung is fast Jeung palms, Lien Jeung, linked fast palms or chained fast palms. And the basic classic version is doing this parallel motion where I'm doing basically a Tun Sao and a Pak Sao at the same time, and then firing off both palm strikes at the same time. So this edge and this edge. And then it cycles to this side and hits. Cycles and hits. And that can be slightly off, so the one hits first or the other hits first, but they're pretty much still traveling on the same path. This is the classic Lien Jeung. What I've done, not really boxing specific, but more influence from my Filipino martial arts training, is I look at this and I think, when would I ever do these both at the exact same time? So I now think of them as off timed. So I'm still got a Pak and a Tun, but I'm going to do Pak first, and then the Tun, and then strike, rather than all at the same time. So it looks like this, bam, bam, bam. So Pak, Tun, strike, strike. Pak, Tun, strike, strike. Instead of Pak and Tun, strike and strike, Pak, Tun, strike, strike. So if I cycle it, I go from this side, and then it turns over to this side, Pak, Tun, strike, strike. And this hand becomes the Pak, Tun, strike, strike. And this strike becomes the Pak, Tun, strike, strike. Pak, Tun, strike, strike. Pak, Tun, strike, strike. So if I start to speed it up, it's this continuous fast, linked fast palms. If I show it from the side, again, this is the basic. So now if I put different coordination to it, I get this one first, this one, this one, this one. Pak, Tun, strike, strike. 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 And I just start speeding it up. Here, pick it up, strike, strike. Pick it up, strike, strike. It could be big motions, or it could be tight motions. Anybody that's done Filipino martial arts will recognize this as one of the central basic Sinawali patterns with double sticks. It's the same thing. And all I've done is taken these angles and now just staggered them a little more, so it's this continuous flow. And this motion, Pak, Tun, is what we've talked about before as a Chun Sao, a threading hand, where I've done something and then this hand threads past. So you imagine if I Pak something, this threads past and picks it up as this one strikes. It's just a quick bam, 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 and then I strike again. Boom, boom. It's the same thing. Boom, 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 boom. Pak, Tun, strike. Alright, so if I get Adrian in here to help me. So the original version was intended to be something like this, where we're crossing hands, and I come across and I block him, and I hit him with two hands at once. Right? Bam. How likely is that to happen? I don't know. That's why I like this version better. So what I'm thinking of is something's coming, I'm here, I can pick that motion up. Hit him. So it's not just strike and I leave that hand dangling. I want some control over that arm, so I do that Chun Sao motion, which is Pak Tun, and I can think of it as palm strike, or I can do my hammer fist that we've done from that Eki striking pattern in the previous lesson. So here, boom, right? Boom, boom. That's how that picks up, right? Boom, boom, either here, here, or boom, boom, here, here. It's the same thing. Now you say, well, what about his other hand? That's why this cycling is so important. Because let's say I meant to hit him, and now that one's coming. So I do it this way. And then I'm on this side. So I can pick it up that quick. Right? And I've got him. And that spreading him apart and opening him up so I can move into something else is so important. So here this side, and hit. I could do it from the outside, so he's throwing it's not going to work on a jab is too quick. But let's say he's just kind of lazy throwing a hard lead punch, and I can come from this side. There's my Pak Chun, so I've turned him, right? It's a Chun Sao, or just that Pak Chun, and now here's bam, bam, still that firing off. Boom, boom. This is not really going to do much, but graze over his head, so I make it a hit to here, and then I fire. Or it could have been he's throwing the rear hand. Same kind of thing. I pick it up so I can make this big step and I get over here. So I could have done this, or I could have just done this, but this is kind of more secure because now I've really got a positive control. I'm close to his elbow, so it's harder for him to retract his arm. And it's still just that boom, right? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, quick, pick it up, and then I can cycle it to the other side if I need to. Just back and forth. And it's a very good coordination drill to practice. And it ends up showing up in so many things. That ability to do a Chun Sao, that quick Pak Chun, and strike off of that. Oh. And that's where I derived this from, this Lien Fai Jeung, at least my version. Okay, the Lien Fai Jeung on the dummy is the linked fast palms. Kind of the classic version, remember, is kind of coming across. So the classic version, I'm coming here, hitting. Coming here, where I'm blocking two things at the same time, and then I'm hitting through above or hitting through like this. That's the kind of the classic version. Version I do to make it more with that Chun Sao, that threading hand, so I can do it all on the outside arm, where I'm stepping out, hit, right? Hit. Then I can add the next beat. That's just boom, boom, hit, hit. Alright, cycle on this side. Hit. I don't know if you see that angle, but cycle. The dummy arms are kind of close together, do it on the inside, but I can squeeze it in here this way. I can weave it in and out. And then I can kind of mix the classical with my version and just kind of have a flow going. Just linking those fast palms together. Linked fast palms.